Hello, everyone. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, you're going to have Luis. Luis is from Spain. So let's see what Luis has to say. Enjoy the interview. So, hello, Luis. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. And Sunday, so nothing to do today. Finally. And
Oh
you?
my
How
God,
you doing?
who is this?
Oh, he's my dog. Colt. I'm sorry.
It's
He just
okay. I
likes to
love them.
be in
I
camera.
love, I love when the dogs, the animal, they come around the interview. Wow,
Yeah, he was all the time on the floor, and now he comes here. I don't know why, but whatever.
sweet. So tell me, how's your day going so far?
Going good. I've just done a couple things in home,
Mm-hmm.
and I got nothing to do for the rest of the day. So, but I got a pretty busy week because I got a couple of shows. Yesterday I was in a military base here in Spain,
Okay.
and I was rehearsing all day long. So, but now I can rest.
Okay. So tell me where you're from, Luis.
I was born in Brazil, like you,
Huh?
but I wasn't raised there because I've been mostly in Spain, but my family is in the US and UK too. So I've been there too. I've been living in Tampa, Florida,
Uh-huh.
in Spain, and a bit in Brazil. But I was in Brazil like till I was 5 years old, something like that.
I see. And where's about in Spain are you based?
It's called Manzanares el Real. It's a little village, an hour ago from Madrid, and
Okay.
middle of the mountains, something like that. I've always tried to live in the countryside because I
Uh-huh.
hate cities. So it's a beautiful place to be.
Uh-huh.
We are like 5,000 people living here, so it's not
Wow.
that big. But the weekends, all there's a lot of Madrid tourism. So it gets with a lot of cars and people and stuff.
I see. Okay, so let's start the interview talking about your career as a musician, as a singer. So tell me how everything started.
Well, when I was 14 years old, I used to play in a metal band.
Okay.
It has nothing to do what I do now, but it started there because I learned to play the guitar. And I spent a summer vacation in Brazil, and I bought a guitar there and then began to play music. I also love certain Asia, you know,
Uh-huh.
so it's similar to country music.
Yeah.
And well, I grew up listening to certain Asia and stuff like that. And then when I went to my aunt and my uncle in Tampa,
Uh-huh.
Florida, when I was 16 years old, I
Yeah.
spent a couple of years living there. I learned about that kind of southern country way of life, and I just fell in love with it. And that's when I wanted to be a country singer. I know I started to write some songs. I'm always judging myself, so it's hard for me to say that I can do something good.
Uh-huh.
But I'm always trying to improve. So I've been in the music scene for 10, 12 years. I'm 27 years old now,
Oh, wow.
and I think I've improved a bit. Because I got a lot of shows, and I'm gonna go to the UK soon. So we're trying to do something.
That's amazing. I love the whole background of music for you to be able to experience some sertanejo back in Brazil, to get to see different songs in Tampa, in the US, in Florida, and also, of course, in Europe, where it's a multicultural place where you can find different music style of music. And I think it's amazing for you to explore all those areas to find your own path. I think that's amazing.
Yeah, and actually, you're living in the UK, right?
Yeah,
So in the UK, there's a lot of good music scene. I love it.
yeah,
When I want to go to a country show, I always go to the UK because they go to England. And it's pretty near to here, so
yeah.
it's like 2 hours ago from plane. So
I
and
see.
I spend like 2, 3 times in a year in London or Cambridge or Manchester. I
Mhm.
love it. I love your country.
Amazing. Okay, Luis. So during the interview, I'm going to explore a bit more about your life and also about your journey so far. Okay.
All right.
Are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and share your point of views?
Yeah, sure.
Amazing. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. So I have
Love
here
it.
my best friend. Of random questions. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to play a song just for us to relax before the first question. Okay?
Perfect.
Let's do it. Right, so before we start the game, during the journey, if it comes up a question that you don't want to answer, you don't want to talk about, always can change. Okay?
All right.
Amazing. First question for you is, what is something not many people know about you?
Good question. So, um, I ain't got, I ain't got a lot of friends. I'm always small uh, people circle. So,
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of things people don't know about me. Some of them is probably that I've people don't know, for example, that I ain't got no father. My father died when I was 2 years old, and I've
Again?
never talked. My father died when I was 2 years old,
Oh,
and
no.
I never talk about it. Not it's not something that hits me or it was
Mm-hmm.
a lot of time, but nobody. There's a lot of people that don't know that, and it's just, pretty important thing to me because
Wow.
I know my mother has always been a warrior, growing up with me and my two brothers,
Wow.
and he lives there in the UK.
Okay.
And he has been a father and a mother to me. So that's I'm not used to talk about my father.
I see. Wow. Thanks for sharing, Louise. I think that events in life sometimes just happen and we don't share that because the conversation maybe never comes along. So you
Yeah,
don't have any memories about your dad, just about like pictures and.
yeah, pictures. And when I was living in Tampa, my aunt talked a lot about him to me, so
Mhm.
so I can know more things about him.
So, and your mom, she's back in Brazil or she lives in the US?
She lives in UK. She lives
Ah,
in Peterborough, in
okay,
Cambridge.
I see.
And he's been there for 9 years.
Okay,
And yeah, she's there with my two brothers.
I see.
One is 20 years old, the other one is 19. He's in the
Uh-huh.
university right now. One is in Sheffield,
Sheffield,
and
okay,
the other one gonna study in Edinburgh.
I see.
So everyone's there. I got no one here in Spain. I'm alone with my girlfriend and my dog.
Amazing. Okay, next question. Let's do it. Okay, Luis, next question is, tell us a funny or interesting story that happened to you when you were a child at school that you're never gonna forget.
And when I was like 12 years old, no, I was little back then, 11, 10 years old. I used to like Grease, the movie. I loved Grease, and I wanted to be like John Travolta, Danny Zuko. And when I was in the recreio, I don't know how to say it in English. I don't remember. I was walking like Danny Zuko in Greece and pretending to be like him so the girls can watch me walk. And I was a little boy back then, and there's people that reminds me that, and it's kind of, I don't know, I feel ashamed, but it's funny. I
Did you,
thought I was John Travolta.
did you like school growing up?
Yes, well, when I was a little boy, yes. When I was a teenager, not so much. I I studied till I was 16 years old. When
Mm-hmm.
I went to the US, I wasn't studying. I just worked with my uncle
Yeah.
because uh, I don't know, we had a pretty difficult life when I was 15. My mother didn't get a job. He had to take care of me and my two brothers.
Wow.
And that age is difficult because you got your hormones, you got your friends and stuff, and you do bad things sometimes. I don't want to study. I begin to play a lot of music. I begin to go out, party a lot. I'm not. proud of it,
Hmm.
but it's something that just life. It's not life's fault, but it just goes like that. And I learned about it, and now I got a pretty good life. So I feel so grateful about it.
Wow.
You know.
And when you think about yourself, when you analyze yourself, what's the biggest joy of being Louis? What do you like the most about being you?
Oh, that I don't give up. I think. I mean, I know a lot of people that if he goes passing through what I had to pass, maybe they had to give up, and I didn't. And I said that being humble, but really I'm very proud of that me to being able to surpass
Yeah.
things that I know. I was living in a room with a friend for almost a month alone here in Spain. I didn't
Wow.
got any money to eat or and I survived that. And in a month, I got a job, and I didn't tell nothing to my mom because I don't want her to worry about me.
Of course.
And it was a hard time in my life. But now I live in the mountains with this dog, with my girlfriend, and I know it's. I don't believe that some the things happen just like random. Things happen because of something,
Yeah.
and I think I don't know. I did too. I make it happen.
Yeah. Totally agree. I think it just life, it just us navigating through life, and those challenges come along. You face it, you embrace it, you learn a lesson. It's not easy, of course. You go through it, and after you go like, okay, now I understand why I went through that. Just to learn a lesson, to connect with someone, or to get to know other people as well, because that you see how people, when you are in needs, that's when you find real friends. And I think that's it's all part of life, and I think that's the beauty of life when you go through those challenges in life as well. And it's all about learning for sure.
That's true. The you said about you meet real friends when you
Yeah.
pass hard times in life, and
Yeah.
that's so true, man. Because
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
known a lot of people in my life, but I just got two or three friends, and
Yes.
then they've been with me till I was 15 years old,
Wow.
and they still like brothers to me, and I'm so proud of it. I've never been a big circle kind of people, but
Wow.
I'm proud of it.
Okay, so those close friends, they are watching this interview right now, right this moment, and you have
Yeah,
opportunity to send them a message. What would you say?
man, I'm just grateful for it. I'm grateful to meet them in the exact moment I need to meet them. And I thank God, I thank life or everything that is up there to give me that kind of friends. Because I know there's people that has a lot of friends, but none is like them. So
Amazing. Very good. Next question. Let's do it. Okay, before the next one, tell me what do you like the most about being a musician, a songwriter. What do you like the most about your career?
all right, that's I've passed some things in my life, and I've never been able to share it because it's not easy to share that thing. And music helps me a lot to go through it. I always write about the real things.
Yeah.
Maybe I heard of them, or maybe they are my own stories.
Yeah.
But I'm able to share those stories, that things, in the way that I can just get out of me and being chill about it. I know, and people appreciate that. People appreciate real stuff in songs.
Yeah.
In a world that we heard a lot of, fake songs, people doing things that they never been doing. Heard someone with a guitar talking about his own life. I know people appreciate it. I feel it. I feel it. Even if
Wow.
there's two people hearing, but they hear it and they people is so it's better than we used to think about because we always talking like society is fucked up nowadays, but there's good in people. There's good in
Totally.
society.
And the opposite side, what do you find most challenging about your career as a musician?
Oh, That's the same thing I'll tell you about because there's a lot of fake music nowadays. There's a
Wow.
lot of challenges that you just can't go through if you don't pay money. So there's people singing songs that they've never write it.
Hmm.
There's and they just I don't know. I don't judge it because every music scene is different. It's not the same pop like country, like rock and roll. It's not the same thing. But sometimes when you see someone with no, I don't know, with no qualities, that they just put something in your voice and get you into the lyrics and they just sing it and they just pop up in Spotify, sometimes it's hard to keep up. So you see that and you say, I go to a place and there's 10 people hearing me leave and I think, I'm grateful, but I just sometimes I think it's better to just play in my house for me.
Hmm.
But it happens, sometimes it's just like how Russian mountain montanha russa como é?
Roller coaster, roller
Yeah,
coaster.
it's like a roller coaster.
Yeah,
You have your ups and your downs,
yeah,
but I don't know, you just got to keep up.
totally. I think the whole secret is keep going. Keep
Yeah.
going, and the way to be for sure. Next question is, what does success mean to you?
Oh, success. That's a good question. I love it. Have living in peace and being true to yourself. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
that's true.
harder than some people think. Because you can be multimillionaire, you can have whatever you want, but there's people that isn't in peace with himself. He needs some kind of drug, some kind of obsession, and some kind of things. I mean, I don't judge it, but when you have your life when you want, for me, for example, it's having I mean, if I wanted, if I have the money to have it, I will have a range and a lot of horses, a lot of cars and stuff like that. But now, I'm successful because I'm living in middle of nowhere in the mountains. I got a river in 5 minutes walk from my home. I got
Wow.
a dog, and that's all I need. I'm not rich. I'm not pretending to be rich, but for me, that's success. And there's people that don't understand. There's people that they always tell me like, just go to the US, you're gonna have more success with your music, they're gonna listen to you there. But it's not that I don't wanna go, it's that, man, sometimes if you have something, it's better not to lose it.
Yeah. Yeah, simplicity, it's a beauty behind, what I mean? Imagine people like me, I would love to have like a lake 5 minutes walk from, what I mean? Like this simplicity, it's the best peace you can have for sure.
And there's people struggling with hunger, struggling with money, there's
Yes,
people dying out there, and you gotta realize that there's society don't think about that, but I think we have to just chill a moment and think, be grateful for it.
totally. Three questions left. Let's do it. Hey, Louise, next question, please. What do you like to cook the most?
Oh, that's easy. Chicken wings. I love chicken wings, man. I talk about it. Chicken wings and baby ribs.
Okay.
I mean, that's maybe that's something normal in the south of the US, but
Uh,
I really love it. I love meat. I'm not a vegetarian kind of guy. I respect it, but man, I love a good ground beef, a good stuff. I love it. And chicken wings is my favorite food.
is your girlfriend from Spain or from Brazil?
Yeah, she's from Spain. She's from Alicante,
I see.
in the
Yeah,
coast.
I see.
And yeah, we met here like 7 years ago. We've
Wow.
been couples since there.
Oh, wow. What's
Yeah.
the biggest difference between both of you and the biggest similarity?
Oh, she's pretty different to me, and I appreciate that a lot. Because if we were same kind of people, we won't be together. I'm a I'm a pretty nervous guy. I mean, nervous in the meaning of wanting to be the things fast
Yeah.
and you know. And she's so calm, and she's she. I just need her to be with that calmness, because sometimes I'm not able to be like that, and she
Mm-hmm.
helps me through that.
I
And
see.
also we are together. We are similar, for example, in tastes. We love to go outside in the nature. We
Yeah.
love to eat good things. I don't know. She's uh so humble too.
I
He
see.
came from a rustic family. His family used to have a kind of farm. He used
Mm-hmm.
to have agrary stuff.
I see.
So we're similar into that. She loves certain Asia too.
I really.
Yeah, she's never been to Brazil yet,
Uh-huh.
but I want to bring her. I'm I'm been 10 years without going to Brazil. I
Okay.
know things ain't easy there now, right now, but I want to bring her to Brazil.
I see. Sertanejo, once you listen to it, stay with you forever.
Yeah, yeah, I like that.
Where I come from, Brazil, I'm from Mato Grosso, so sertanejo
Oh,
is a big thing.
yeah. I got a friend from Mato Grosso that has a farm, a pretty big farm with a lot of cows, and he told me like last week to go there 1 month to work with him and bring some money here.
Yeah,
Oh, oh. Can you watch? Oh, all right. The
yeah,
camera
yeah,
just all right. So she told me that there's a lot of countryside there. I was
yeah.
born in Rio de Janeiro. My
Okay,
family ain't from there, and I've never been there. I just born there, and I went to Natal and Rio Grande do Sul, but
I
I
see.
don't know a lot about it. When I speak Portuguese, I um I got a it's like gringo accent.
Huh?
When I speak Portuguese, I got a gringo accent. So when I go to Brazil, everyone calls me I'm a gringo from Europe or something like that.
But you can speak Portuguese fluently. You can understand Portuguese fluently.
Yeah, eu falo, mas eu falo assim, tipo, como um sotaque muito gringo e tal.
Hey,
That's
yes,
my way. That's my accent.
I love it. Amazing. Two questions left. Let's do it.
Let's go.
Before the next question, tell me who has been the big inspiration for you in music? Like, tell me some artists that for you always been a big inspiration in music for you.
Tyler Childers. Tyler Childers is a country singer. I got it tattooed here,
Okay.
and
Wow.
he's a very humble guy that's from Kentucky, Lexington, Kentucky, and he's never been that big show guy, but he's got pretty famous
Yeah.
because he's been in some things that country scene sometimes is very from the right wing, very conservative,
Okay.
and he's been standing with his own opinion. I mean, he's from the country. He's a country guy. His father was a miner,
Wow.
but when that kind of do you know that riots have that has been in Los Angeles lately with the
Yes.
Mexicans? That
Yeah.
when some things like that happen, he has his own opinion. He share it, and he doesn't care about if my country scene criticize him or some
Wow.
other people support him, and I love that from him.
See.
He's not a mainstream guy,
I
you
see.
know. But he has some big sellout stadium shows,
Wow.
so
Wow.
he has that controversy. There's a lot of people that loves him, and other ones that just hate him because he shares his own opinion. I don't understand that. I mean, music is not politics,
Yeah.
but some people just think it is like that, and it's not.
I
It's
see.
not black or white. Some things is just gray.
And what's your favorite song of him?
All right, my favorite song of him, it's one called "Shake the Frost."
Mm-hmm.
And talks about when he fell in love with his girlfriend when they were teenagers and he couldn't afford a car. so he had to take her to the rooftops and just bring beers there. And they've been together since now. So that's when I told you that society has a good inside. He's just the when I think about it. I mean, he's
Wow.
just that kind of guy. I've
Wow.
been the last time I saw him, it was in London
Really?
in last year.
Oh,
Yeah, it
wow.
was amazing. It was amazing.
Okay. Next question is, what do you miss the most from your childhood and why?
What I made the most?
Yeah.
Whoa, well, maybe playing football. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. I used to be a sport kind of guy,
Yeah.
but I told you about my teen years, and that just fell off because I started to go out a lot, party a lot. I started to drink, and but I used to do a sport. Now I do boxing and kickboxing and that kind of. I love martial arts,
Yeah.
so and that helped me a lot. But it was sad when I was 20 years old, and I thought about, man, when I was a kid, I used to do a lot of sport, and that sounds something pretty good for the mind too, not just for
So,
physics.
absolutely. I think sports is always a good thing. It, as you said, it clears your mind. It gets you in a place where you feel competitive, you like it, you move yourself. It's a great place to be for sure. And so
You
martial
feel
arts.
happy too. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, no, and you feel happy
Yes. Yeah.
after the sport routine,
Totally. So martial arts always been part of your life growing up.
Yeah, I love MMA. I love kickboxing, boxing.
I see.
I'm not an aggressive guy. Not, and people who really love that kind of sports don't used to be an aggressive kind of guys.
Mm-hmm.
But I love it. I know. It's just it's something that I see that is very this it has a lot of discipline.
Yep.
It helps a lot of kids that are struggling with drugs, and
Yep.
I know I love it.
Yeah, it's always a good part of it when you are, doing sports. Martial arts, as you said, this is sport. People they see could be a negative thing, but at the end of the day,
Yeah.
it's positive. So,
I mean,
it's-
when you don't understand something, you used to have a weird opinion about it, and
yeah,
I understand it because I know I don't like, for example, baseball,
yeah,
and there's a lot of baseball fans that will tell me, "What? I mean, that's the best sport ever," and or I don't like rugby,
uh-huh,
and I don't know, MMA. There's more people dying in football than in MMA, for example.
yeah, yeah. There's always a controversy. I think people they are more open-minded about it, but there's always people that don't
Yeah,
understand. They see in a different way. Last
but I
question.
respect it. I respect it.
Totally. Last question. Let's do it.
Let's go.
Last one. But before the last question, tell me a moment in your career that you're never gonna forget. That for you always gonna have a special place in your heart for any reason.
All right, it was last year. Last year, I did a show here in Madrid in a famous place called Cocodrilo, and I didn't expect to have a lot of people because I don't know, I was starting, I didn't got a lot of fans. But then I started to see a lot of people that I don't used to see in my shows doing
Wow.
a queue in the door, and it was like I couldn't pay a doorman. I couldn't pay someone to be there with having the tickets and that. So my girlfriend and I had to be that that man, And it
Really?
was very very funny because I met a lot of people that I don't used to saw in my shows, and well, I was happy that night. I was pretty
Wow.
happy. We were like 100, near to 100 people, and it's a small local bar,
Okay.
so you get very, very, very. It was sold out. It
Wow.
was sold out.
Amazing. Okay, last question is what has been the happiest point of your life and why?
My happiest point in my life.
Yeah.
All right. Well, um, I had to pass like 4 years ago or 5 years ago. I I was in a surgery because some guys broke my face in the
Really?
street. Yeah,
Oh, oh,
and I had a pretty bad 2 months carrying because I couldn't eat well. I was with I got some things here. I still have it inside my face, and it was very sorry for the word, but it was fucked up. But then we got my dog, and we got my I got a ferret too, and it changed totally my life because
wow,
I had things to do. I had to go to the street with them because I was inside my house 24 hours. I couldn't eat. I was 2, 3 months. Really, I was pretty bad. But then
wow,
when they came, I had to do. I was. I had to have that discipline to take out my dog to walk for a walk and that stuff, and it helped me a lot, man. I got.
wow,
Yeah, it changed my life. 'Cause I don't know, it was I wanted I don't want to see nobody in that time,
wow,
and it helped me a lot. So my pets were that
wow.
moment, and when I first saw my girlfriend, obviously.
Of course, of course. What a moment. I think dogs, they come into our lives for always for a good thing. You know what I mean? I think they chose you. They chose you. So you know what? We need to be around him to help
Do you
him.
have a dog? Do you
I
have
don't
a pet?
know with I don't because the thing is in London, you know, if I because I'm
Yeah.
so busy, if I had like for you, living in a place where you have space, you have you know, I'd love to have a dog in the future for sure. I love
But
animals.
you used to have it when you were young.
Back in Brazil, yes. Back in Brazil, oh my God, it's a sad story. My last dog was a
Oh,
sad story because they stole my dog. He was a puppy.
really?
It was the saddest day of my life. I never forget. They
Oh,
stole. I was maybe I think I was 11, 12 year old, and they stole my dog during the night. His name was Bobby. I never forget. And
I'm sorry about that, man.
it's okay. It happened. After that,
Yeah.
I couldn't have dog anymore. Since that day, I could because broke my heart so badly that I
Yeah.
had cats. You know, my mom she had cats, and I love animals overall. But since that time, I couldn't have another dog anymore because it literally broke my heart. You know, it
I
was so,
can think about it. I mean, I can think about it. If someone steals my dog, I will die. I will die. I will
it
literally
was
die.
yeah, it was painful. Like I remember, my goodness, like I lost a lot of weight. I know I was knocking every door in the city where I was living. Every
You
door.
were 11 years old doing that.
Yeah. Can imagine for a child it's
Yeah.
like it's a disaster because for an adult it's already a sad thing. Imagine for a child, it's
Yeah.
oh my God, it was really horrible. But yeah, I love dogs. I think animals they're just the best. For example, when your dog came in, you know, when you start the interview, I love
Yeah.
that because they feel the energy. You know,
Yeah.
I had so many interviews here with people around the globe, and suddenly their dogs jump around or their cats. Or, you know what I mean? I love when they come because they feel the energy. I love that. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Right, it's not the end yet. Let's play now the word association game. Okay, I'm going to give away some words. Just tell one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking. Okay,
All right.
let's start with family,
Mm. Union.
money,
Union. I don't know. The bad of the society.
okay, fear,
Hmm. Yes, you gotta surpass.
okay,
You're gonna keep up.
religion,
Hmm. Oh, I will say opinion because
okay,
everyone has an opinion.
love,
Necessity sometimes.
life,
Oh, that's a big word. Life is I don't know everything.
okay, sex,
Hmm. Drug maybe.
okay, politics,
The worst thing you can have. I mean, you can have in society. The worst. The worst.
okay. One word for friendship,
Friendship. Necessary too.
desire,
Desire. Um. eh, Entertainment.
oh,
Maybe.
regret,
Regret. Something. Sometimes you need to regret. I think.
success,
Oh, life. Maybe your life has to be a success.
wish,
Wish. Mm. Um. Oh. I don't know. Wish. 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 Um, I think that's a bad thing. Wishing
Okay.
a lot.
Happiness.
Happiness, right? Mm, life,
Okay.
life has to be happy.
One word for Brazil.
Brazil. Oh, roots, roots.
Okay. One word for Spain.
Spain. Mm. Hometown, home country.
One word for music.
Music. Mm. Necessity.
One word for sertanejo.
All right. Then, roots, family. I know it reminds me of my family.
I would say drama. Sertanejo is all drama. No,
Yeah, it's drama. The country music is drama too.
yeah.
It's a lot of drama.
One word for songwriter.
Songwriter, being true to yourself. Oh, one word. Sorry. Being honest.
Amazing. And the last one now, singer. One word.
Singer. Mm, mm. Oh, I just said honest. That's last one word. So I would say being singer. Success. Yeah.
Okay. Let's pretend now I'm going to meet a girlfriend for a coffee and I'm going to ask her, define Louise in one positive and one negative word only. What she would say about you? One positive and one negative word.
Doing that thing, me and a girl.
No,
Oh, what
if I would ask her to define you in one positive and one negative word, what she would say about you?
all right, positive. It's hard for me to give up. I'm a pretty, as I told you last time, I'm a very
Persist.
motivated guy. Yeah. And a bad thing about me, yeah, I got a lot of bad things. I got a lot of bad things. One of them is that maybe I just want always to be the, the who's in charge, you know,
I see.
and I can just say no to that.
I see.
I need to be that. I have to be the have to that responsibility has to be me. So
Uh-huh. I see. Listen to her. She knows you very well.
who? Who?
Listen to your girlfriend. She knows
Oh,
you.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's true. Totally true.
Right. Let's play now, Louise, in the magic box, and you can ask me a question. Know what I'm playing right now? You're not gonna believe I'm playing Shusha.
Oh, that's something I used to hear when I was a baby, a kid.
Yeah.
My brothers grew up with him, with
Yeah.
her.
Shusha is a beautiful artist. Right,
Yeah.
Louise, you can ask me a question now.
All right. What do you think about what will happen with the society in the next few years? I mean, what you got a bad thought about it or a pretty positive thought?
Good
Because
question.
so there's some things that's happening that is very, very, I don't know, it's hard to think about it because
Great question. Great question. Right. When you were talking about when you're saying about yourself that you never give up, you're very positive, you go through that. I'm the same as well. I understand that what's happening nowadays around the globe is really bad with some situations. You mentioned about the riots in Los Angeles. What's happening as well, the war in other places, but society as well. There's always this big voice, very strong voice that's being always there. But I believe that I have this positive mindset that things hopefully go to the right direction. I think with people, express themselves more than ever with social media, people, posting, raising their voice, in a good way, for different situations. I think that helps people to be more open-minded and also to break those stigmas that's being always there. Yeah, that we need to
yeah,
follow those rules, need to be this way, that way. And I think nowadays, people they are more open about it. They are raising their voice in a way that is helping to break those stigmas. So, in my opinion, I think that it might take a while, it might take long, but I think we are going. There's something happening. Yeah, there's something like happening there. It might
it
take
gets you worried. It gets you worried. What's happening now, right now? Or
I think about it, as you mentioned before, that people, we are so blessed to be in a place where we can,
yeah,
as you can be ourselves, we can live a life, we can work, we can express the way we are, we can have our loved ones around us. And of course, I know as well that there are some people that don't even have the choice. They are in a place where there is war happening, there are a lot of things happening, and they have no other way to go, to do it, just to be there. So it does worry me when I see those in the news, a bit those, when I see those news, I go like, oh my God, how sad it is,
Yeah.
and sometimes you go like, my God, what could we do, to help or to do something about it? So it does. Sometimes it gets me thinking. Sometimes it gets me put in a place like, like my God, why this is happening? Like why we should go through that? Of course, it does. It does worry me. However, I always have this positive mindset. But hopefully, things gonna get the right place. Hopefully, people they're gonna be more understanding. Hopefully, somehow people they're gonna be. Sometimes you see those bad things happening, but you see so many beautiful things as well happening.
Yeah.
Sides. You know what I mean? And you go like, my God, how beautiful it is to see that when people they, just small gestures, things, people doing. Yesterday I saw something very. I saw. Of course, it's not a good example, but when I saw it happened last week that a child fall off on the cruise ship in Disney cruise ship, and her dad just jump around, and people were like cheering up and trying to help as well. So of course, it's not a big example, but just for you to see, there's always happening as well. You know what I mean? So I think that's a little bit. We need to see that as well, and sometimes never think that okay, everything's lost now. There's always a light. There's always something that we can look forward to or embrace or cheer up or send good vibes, energy as well. But I do sometimes I go like, oh my God, it's sad to see those news. But I think you need to keep this positive mind. You need to go like, but you need to keep going because the only way you can do what can you do? Because if you think positive, it feels like you're giving up, and it's not a good feeling. It's not a good way to be. So, answer to your question, yes, I think we need to. I hope that those stigmas are breaking and people they are more open-minded, and understanding about humanity, about life, about people as well, for sure. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I share that. I share that opinion too.
Did you enjoy the interview, Luis?
Yeah, I really appreciate that this podcast. Really, I'm really thankful about it. Thanks so much. I didn't expect that kind of questions. I really enjoy it. Really.
Thanks again. Thanks for being so sweet and so kind. It's amazing to see someone, like you with this. You just want to express yourself through your music, through your, your career. I think it's amazing. Carry on, and it takes you in a way that's in a journey that you're not gonna expect. So just keep going, and I think things gonna come the right time for sure.
Yeah, well, we keep in touch, man. I will go to London soon, so I'll tell you about it.
Absolutely. Before you go, if you can share a positive message or anything that you live by.
All right. My positive message will be that if you look past in history, there's a lot of things that went bad, but they always came through. So that's, I mean, I know it's not the best message you can do, but if you go and watch the past of people of society, there's something good after the bad.
Yeah.
Always. The good always win. And it's all the religions, it's in all the scriptures, you can watch that, you can read that. The good is always surpassing the bad. So I'm worried like you for the upcomings. But I don't know, I just believe I got my own opinion of God. For me it's nature. I believe I'm a Christian, but in my way. I don't believe in Catholic Church, But I believe that there's something good up there and they are guiding us. So you just gotta be thankful and fight for it because you gotta fight. You can't just stay there watching.
No, totally agree. And you can call, I totally agree. There's something out there, you can call God, you can call universe, you can call different names, but there is something, higher power there for sure.
My church, I always said that one thing, that my church is nature.
Yeah.
When I go fishing, when I go walking my dogs to the mountain, that's my church.
Totally.
That's when I really feel church.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a peaceful place to be, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. Regards to your girlfriend, to your family and friends, and keep in touch. It was a pleasure having you on the show, okay?
Yeah, we keep in touch. My
Take
pleasure
care.
too.
Keep in touch. Bye-bye. Take care.
Take
Bye.
bye bye.
So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why would you like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye bye, see you next time.